Raquel and Longino Lara of Kennedy, Texas, live modestly on this 20-acre ranch on the rolling hills of Karnes County, about an hour southeast of San Antonio. This is where they've raised 3 children and a host of livestock since 1999. But in 2010, their peaceful life in this rugged countryside dramatically changed. A large oil and gas processing plant moved in next door, disrupting their lives with a persistent roar, noxious fumes, and a vent stack with an eternal flame.
They were like, well, maybe the rednecks are coming because you're sewer. And I'm like, no, that's never happened. We lived here since 1999. That never happened. Never.
But when that plant
came out, you smell all kinds of smells.
Do you know what is coming out of that stack that's burning right there? Do you know that's flaring? What's coming out of there? Do you know?
All I was told it was VOCs, volatile
Organic compounds.
Compounds, yes.
Coming out of that stack.
Out of that, yes, sir.
Volatile organic compounds, an invisible brew of toxic chemicals often released into the air during the processing and delivery of crude oil. Chemicals such as benzene, toluene, and xylene are known to cause a variety of health problems common to Texans who live close to oil and gas processing plants. Just months after this plant moved in next door, the Laras say their health and physical abilities began to erode. Longino says it started with nosebleeds, then congestion, headaches, rapid weight gain, and difficulty breathing. He says he was soon forced to stop working his ranch.
Before then, I was like up and down. I would do 14 hours a day, no problem.
You
and go sleep and everything.
You weren't heavy or overweight. You were in good shape.
Not the way I am now.
What happened? He says his doctor has been unable to pinpoint the source of his sickness, but the Laras say it's not just them. They say first their daughters got sick. One went into early labor and lost a child. Then their animals started dying, including their beloved horse, Escondido, who 2 years ago dropped dead.
It was 7 o'clock in the morning when I got up and I went to the vehicle and I saw something laying down. I said, that was strange to me because I never seen that before. And
you didn't think he was dead?
No.
And then when you saw
him, I came inside and I told her, I said, the horse is dead. So how can that happen? Nobody knows.
Geeta Prasad, a climate scientist with the University of Texas, says she studied similar cases of serious and unexplained sickness in communities located near oil and gas processing plants.
We're seeing reports of communities near flaring sites seeing these higher rates of things like respiratory illness, cardiovascular illness, birth defects, cancer. These are all things that the pollution that is produced by flaring we know is implicated in.
Among the studies referred to by Prasad, this one from scientists at Rice University last year, who concluded that flaring poses a substantial threat to human health, such as respiratory and skin diseases. The study also quotes research that found proximity to flares was associated with preterm births, shorter gestation, and lower birth weights. The Laras had always suspected the oil and gas operation next door was affecting their health. As it turned out, they were not alone. State records show numerous complaints against the plant have been filed with air quality regulators at the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. TCEQ records show a litany of complaints, 67 in all, dating back to 2014. Each one of them investigated, unsubstantiated, and then closed. Until recently, the plant was owned by Velitas Energy, which took over operations 3 years ago. Velitas strongly denied the allegation, saying it has received 4 complaints since that time, and all have been investigated and cleared by the TCEQ. Velitas says it has never detected major issues and has a number of safety measures in place, including daily monitoring of flaring volumes and voluntary monthly inspections. But in multiple visits to the same plant, the environmental group Earthworks has done its own inspection. To the human eye, the plant appears calm and clear. But when Earthworks zoomed in with their infrared camera, they say they quickly found evidence of massive clouds of methane flowing out of the stacks and tanks.
I can see the small flare over here.
Environmental consultant and former TCEQ investigator Tim Doty has also inspected the site.
From my personal experience, I'm not buying it. Right, I've been there near the site, adjacent. I've smelled it. I've seen it. I would not want to live next to it. It's just hard to fathom.
The Laras say they have tried to sell their land, but there are no takers. They believe they are now stuck with 20 acres of wasteland that yields nothing but sickness and sorrow.
The way I would describe it is like when you've been so active for all your life and somebody deprives you of that and you can't do nothing about it. Like she used to work. Now she has to work. And that hurts me. That's what kills me the most.
Our faith just stands on God to keeping us safe every night, me and him. Because you never know. You never know what's coming out of that plant. But this is our home. This is our farm.
What are you going to do? Where can you go?
Nowhere.
They know we can't
Just
go
pray.
nowhere.
We can't go anywhere.
No escape from their ranch and perhaps no answer for the gases escaping the plant next door, which experts say are destroying more than property. Scientists from around the globe say they are destroying the planet. Coming up.
Commissioner, you're not going to respond to this?
Thank you for visiting with us. I appreciate you being here. I'll be happy to have our office comment to you whenever you have time.
Thank you.
What state officials aren't saying about the lack of regulation and what some of the regulators may not want Texans to know.